Hello, thank you for joining us on Nationwide. I'm Ruth Aguwele. Countdown to Anambra governorship election. Guest on NTS Good Morning Nigeria are optimistic that prioritizing the well-being of citizens, all stakeholders have committed to creating a conducive environment that upholds democratic values and guarantees safe participation for all. Let's hear from Lydia Sampson.
Anambra elections face challenges including violence, vote buying and logistical delays, which the guest noted undermined the credibility of the process and threatened public safety. In response, electoral bodies and security agencies have continued to ramp up efforts to ensure a peaceful exercise this time.
INEC has instituted what is called Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security. This is the time for them to swing into action. Make sure that they do security mapping. All the hotspots, likely hotspots, they should take out the bad boys in those environments so that people can have interest to come out.
If we're able to get a situation in which the coming days there will be some kind of town halling where people can sit down and say, this is what I want to do for education, this is what I want to do for infrastructure.
Proactive actions and measures suggested by the guests include enhanced voter education, campaigns, deployment of trained security personnel, and improved coordination.
INEC has been doing wonderfully well. Like I said before, in the last interactive section, they didn't show any partisanship, they didn't show any partiality. They treated all the political parties equally. That going forward, INEC will deliver.
Always pray for peaceful, credible elections that reflect the wishes of the people of Anambra State.
Additionally, technological tools like electronic voting and result transmission system, they insist, must work optimally to reduce manipulation. They are optimistic that the arrest of talisman believed to be untouchable, as well as introduction of stringent security standards, will help in timely deployment of sensitive materials and detection of suspicious activities. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Well, counting down to the November 8 Anambra State off-cycle governorship election, electorate are set, we hear, for the conduct of the exercise as they have their PVCs ready. Well, for some, while new registrants await INEC to announce dates for collection. Now, the residents are hopeful of a credible poll that will ensure their ballots count and reflect their choice. So let's join our correspondent live now, Onome Okadigbo, to speak to us on the preparedness of residents there in the state. Onome, please go ahead.
Thank you. Here in Anambra, reports we are getting from the streets, the people of Anambra are set for the election. Most of them interviewed say they have their PVCs and they are ready. They know their polling units. They know their party symbols, so they are ready. It's just few persons that have apathy towards the election. But majority of people interviewed here in Anambra State, they say they are ready for the elections. We also check key institutions like INEC, the security agencies, even civil organizations. They've been having series of lectures, training to sensitize people on the need to go en masse come November 8, 2025 for the governorship election here in Anambra State.
Onome, did you interact with the people based on reports we've gathered? They're set, they're ready, some have collected their PVCs. What is the atmosphere like? Are they tensed or expectations are high, I want to believe?
Well, the atmosphere, I would say expectations are high. The atmosphere here is very calm. Our security agencies are on top of their own game, ensuring that there is peace. Even when they gather for rallies, they go out for town hall meetings. Well, the environment, I would say, is generally friendly and people are really expectant of the outcome of the election come November 8th.
Fantastic, Onome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, still talking politics, the chairman of the People's Democratic Party Governors Forum and Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has declared that neither political defections nor any external force can stop the forthcoming national convention of the party, slated to hold in Ibadan Oyo State. And this was at the inauguration of the PDP National Convention Publicity and Communications Subcommittee held in Abuja. Timothy Yusuf will tell us more.
This committee is inaugurated.
This inauguration sets the tone for the committee members to commence the discharge of their responsibility. Chairman of the committee, Governor Bala Mohammed, reaffirmed the party's readiness to go ahead with the convention as planned.
I cannot say for one that my colleagues are wrong or their decisions are wrong. They are free to do whatever they can do. But certainly we have been talking, and even most of them that were going, they told me. But I cannot stop them.
At another subcommittee of the forthcoming elective national convention, the PDP declared its readiness to host one of the most organized and unifying conventions in its history. The Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Mr. Debayo Lawal, is chairman of the committee.
The Nigerians are waiting for us as an alternative government come 2027.
In another development, the People's Democratic Party says the Independent National Electoral Commission is very critical to the sustenance of democracy, urging the Senate to be diligent while screening the newly appointed chairman of the commission, Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan.
We must recognize that democracy is the best form of government, irrespective of the challenges involved.
Speaking on the gale of defection hitting the PDP, Ologunagba declared that it will not determine the way the 2027 general election will go. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
Plans we hear are on for the 8th edition of the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit, viewed as catalyst for enterprise and sustainable partnership that has supported Nigeria's local economy, contributing over 500 million naira to service providers and creatives. Deborah Balakbobo reports that this year will focus on fast-tracking regional and national development by mobilizing diaspora investment.
Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit has come to be a trusted platform for diaspora investors to directly connect with and invest in local businesses, thereby creating jobs and new opportunities in Nigeria. At the last edition, a total of 56 pitches across 8 key sectors attracted about 168 deals worth about 673 million naira. Infrastructure and real estate secured about 201 million naira across 22 deals, with energy also drawing 172 million naira investment. Agribusiness made its mark with 28 deals, bringing in 103 million naira. NIDCOM chairman Abike Dabri Erewa says with the active involvement of key government agencies and regulators, diaspora investors are assured their investments are protected, credible and aligned with Nigerians' national development priorities.
Therefore, call on you all as valued partners to resonate the message of NDIS that there's profitable and secure business in Nigeria, and we are ready for it. There's no better time than now to invest in the Nigerian economy.
At this year's summit slated for November, sectors critical to Nigeria's transformation such as finance and fintech, ICT, creative industries, entertainment, agribusiness, healthcare, education, real estate and infrastructure, manufacturing and energy will be spotlighted. In Abuja, Deborah Balagugbo, NTA News.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has congratulated Mr. Danlami Modu, elected President of the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers. In a statement by his Special Advisor, Special Assistant on Media, the Minister described Mr. Modu, publisher of News Diary Online, as someone who is a thorough journalist who has proved his mettle in journalism. The Minister also praised the immediate past president of the Guild, Mrs. Maureen Chibo, publisher of Real News Online, identifying her efforts in providing vibrant leadership to a galaxy of more than 100 online publishers and bequeathing a legacy of honor, dignity, credibility, and remarkable growth of the Guild. Idris urged the newly elected Guild President and his executive committee to prioritize the unity of the Guild through a harmonious corporate relationship that will stand the test of time. He urged the Guild to remain vigilant in the face of what he described as the atrocious effect of fake news, misinformation and disinformation threatening the credibility of the journalism profession. He therefore called on the new leadership to collaborate with the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation as it champions media and information literacy across the country. The federal government, in partnership with Cross River State government, has inaugurated a task force to drive implementation of goals of the maternal and neonatal mortality reduction innovation initiative in the state. Justina Etim reports.
Nigeria accounts for a significant proportion of global maternal deaths and the second highest contributor to under-5 mortality globally, with poor access to healthcare services as a major factor driving these statistics. With Cross River State identified as one of the high-risk states, the federal government is bringing the Maternal and Neonatal Mortality Reduction Innovation Initiative to its doorstep to address barriers and promote sustainable practices aimed at safeguarding maternal and child health.
It is not just about service delivery, but also about building trust, empowering communities with the right knowledge, and ensuring that every family has the opportunity to thrive.
The basic essence of what we did is to make sure that healthcare is available, accessible.
We want the community to be involved in whatever we are doing. We want them to own the program. This will help us to be able to deliver on the mandate.
Information is power, so I will let my fellow pregnant women know what I've learned here today.
Maternal and Neonatal Mortality Reduction Innovation Initiative is targeted at reducing maternal and infant deaths by 30% by the year 2030. In Calabar, Justina Etim, NTA News.
Despite the availability of funds, unfavorable weather condition, and lack of access to right-of-way, which remain key challenges hindering the completion of work on major federal road projects in Akwa Ibom State. Clement Barikiu reports that residents and other road users are finding it difficult accessing the roads for their daily activities.
Itu Odukpani Road, Abak Ikparakwa Ete Ikarabazi Highway, and the Ikarakpene Ikoromoesen Abad Road are major gateways into Akwa Ibom State. The federal government, on realizing the critical role of these roads to the socio-economic development of the nation as a whole, awarded contracts for total dualization of many of these roads, a move that has continued to receive commendations from residents and road users.
From the level of work from Ikorekbene down to this Ekam Junction, we are satisfied with the work done so far.
The federal government should do the necessary things so that the work can go very faster than this.
This road brings a lot of things, bring food, bring granite, bring a lot of cement, fuel. We get it all from Calabar.
Work on the Ikorekpene Itu Odukpani Road, like some other federal road projects in Akwa Ibom State, has been slowed down over the years as a result of non-payment of compensation.
We are finding it difficult to access most corridors, so we don't have the right of way to work. Even when we have the money, we can't do anything.
With the dry season soon to set in, hopes are high among residents that major challenges impeding on progress of work will be addressed and that contractors make use of the season to make these roads motorable. Clement Barikui, NTA News.
So we're joining Clement now live. He has some answers more to give us regarding the state of work at that site. Clement.
Thank you so much. First, let me say that we have not less than 5 contractors at various project sites in Akwa Ibom State. And then top among these projects is the East-West Road Main Realignment, the East-West Road Eket Bypass, the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, and then we have outstanding portions of Itu-Odukpani Road. Work has gone far on some of these projects, while others are experiencing delays due to some challenges. As you are aware, states have been given the responsibility of providing right-of-way for any road project being executed in their domains by the federal government, and these include payment of compensation where applicable. Another challenge is the weather. It has been raining persistently here in the state, and this has affected work on the various projects. So hopefully, when the dry season set in, we expect to see the contractors return to site fully.
Very much, Clement, for that update. And still on infrastructure, because when, there's no satisfaction, we get to see displeasure. And the Minister of Works, David Umahi, has expressed displeasure with the China Harbour Company handling the Mararaba Kefi Road over non-adherence to contract designs, threatening to terminate the entire project unless the contractors realign with the ministry guidelines. Let's hear from Kenneth Inani.
The Mararaba Kefi Road is a total of 43.65 kilometers long, and the initial contract sum for both carriageways, the Minister of Works says, was a total of 73 billion naira. He explains that the design was upgraded to ensure quality work is delivered. The minister, however, expressed his disappointment with the China Harbour Company, the contractor handling the project, over non-compliance with contract design and specifications.
You cannot do, the pavement of a road and put binder without putting wearing. It's been flouted. And yet we do certificate of payment to contractors. So we are the problem. When you put binder without closing it with wearing to prevent water from penetrating. We have taken off the second carriageway from China Harbour. They can go and say all sorts of things, but people can attest that our people are suffering. Whereas the president has directed no NMPC project should stop.
While President Tinubu has made finances available for the projects, the minister gave a fresh mandate for the ministry on adequate supervision to meet the November deadline.
If by the 15th of November they don't finish the scope of work given to them, we must begin to try our local contractors.
On the Kefi Nasarawa Total Road, now extended to Abaji, which is now a total of 199 kilometers, the minister, in company of the governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Sule, and other dignitaries, also provided an explanation on what is on ground for a quality job to be delivered.
You will go through the entire length of the road. The carriageway 7.3. Dig it all the places that are failed. That is number one step. Dig it between 600 and 800. Fill it back with lumps. As you are digging, you are filling with lumps. Use an excavator to pin it down. Then put sharp sand. Sharp sand has the capacity to penetrate through the voids of the lumps. Use 2.5% of cement to do it so that water will not penetrate. Allow traffic to go.
This is special directive from the president. Therefore, you do not have any challenges with your payment. Please begin the work.
The contractor was given Monday the 13th of this month to commence work. The minister urges stakeholders to monitor compliance and work pace and report back for onward action. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
All right, so when roads are in good shape, there won't be any sort of mishaps. And talking about mishaps, now as a traveler, when you get to any transport, point, do you allow the transport operators to take your manifest? I'm talking about your details in case of eventuality. Operators So we join our correspondent now in Makurdi, Elias, to shed more light on the compliance of transporters and efforts by agencies to ensure enforcement of this. Because, Elias, you agree with me that it's very important given by what is happening.
Yeah, thank you for joining us in Makurdi, the Benue State capital. Here we are at the Makurdi Benue Links Park, located along the Makurdi-Boko Road. And here is it's normally a busy transport park where travelers are coming in and going out of the town. And coming back, the question of the importance of the manifest. By the global standards, it is expected that all passengers boarding commercial vehicles should have their data accurately captured down in case of an eventuality. And this, here in Nigeria, it is domesticated by the National Road Traffic Act of 2004, which mandates all commercial vehicle boarders to ensure that their names, their details, and that of their next of kin are given down for documentation in case of a road mishap. And it is regrettable that some of these passengers are in the habit of giving fake or pseudo-names, some for security reasons, some for the fact that they don't want their identities disclosed. And in such a situation, necessary authorities, who are in the rescue operation, find it very difficult to give necessary assistance. Even family members are not being able to contact it as a result of these people giving wrong information about themselves. And as a result, if you go to hospitals, they are congested with patients who have no identity. If you go to mortuaries, dead bodies have been piled there for even years without anybody coming for identity. So in such a situation, for a period like the Ember months, which we are in right now, vehicular and traffic movement has already increased. People are hustling for the festive period, and it is very important for passengers to ensure that they give their correct identities, so that in the case of an accident, you as a victim, you stand the benefit of getting the necessary support as a result of the necessary of the rescue authorities getting across to family members so that they can come to your aid.
Yes, you've just captured it all, because I'm just imagining when you said some passengers wouldn't want to give because they don't want their identity revealed. By all means, if you don't want your identity revealed, then you should choose other options of transportation. But I'm sure, going by what is playing out, Elias, that rule must be enforced. Thank you very much, Elias.
Thank you very much.
Right. So let's head to Kaduna, not by road. Hello, Mohammed. He joins us from Kaduna.
The Kaduna State government has accepted to host the 2026 Public Relations Week in the state next year. The governor made the pledge when the national president of Nigerian Institute of Public Relations and his members paid him a courtesy call visit at Government House, Kaduna. A report. At the Government House, Kaduna, a new chapter for public relations in Nigeria is about to unfold as the president of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations led PR professionals to meet the state governor.
Now the time has come, based on his achievements, for us to raise the institute to a new level. We request you to accept our offer to be the chief host of the 2026 Nigeria Public Relations Week.
Soon as the members told the governor the reason of their visit, he accepted the honor to host the 2026 Nigerian Public Relations Week.
What blown my mind is the theme of the week, of that public relation week, because for me it's very important. Because when you're talking about food security, from policy paper to public plates, the public relation imperatives, that you cannot have a better team than this very team. We have seen that, and we are benefiting from our approach towards investing heavily in agriculture. Kaduna is one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria today.
The team said Nigeria will soon become home to the world's first university dedicated to public relations and leadership in Kaduna. The Nigerian Television Authority Kaduna Network Center have once again been honored as a leading broadcast organization for its professionalism and reach in educating, enlightening and entertaining the public. The commendation was presented at the fundraising dinner and awards of Friends Unite, a non-governmental organization committed to community service and social impact in Kaduna State. Haruna Muhammad reports.
It was an evening of glamour, compassion and celebration as Friends Unite gathered partners, philanthropists and community leaders for its annual fundraising dinner and award ceremony. The event also brought together guests from diverse fields who share a common goal to give back to the society and promote positive change. In her address, the president, Friends Unite in Kaduna, Mary Ado, said the dinner was organized to raise funds for ongoing projects in health awareness campaigns, especially cancer, early detection and treatment, as well as youth empowerment.
The funds raised here tonight will save lives. They will fund screening programs that catch disease early when treatment is most effective. They will support access to treatment, to counseling, to rehabilitation, and to the compassion that families need during their darkest hours.
I feel wonderful, but I honestly feel like we have tried as an organization to commit ourselves to cancer awareness.
Awards were presented to outstanding personalities and partners, including NTA Kaduna Network Center for its selfless service and contribution to humanitarian development.
Early detection will save so many lives. So we promise, like we have said, we'll keep publicizing the activities and assist as many as we can so that we can reduce the rate of breast cancer in our society.
Breast cancer is a disease that has been killing our women. So we have been with them throughout the years and we'll continue being with them. And so we congratulate them on these 10 years of their work.
This award, I cherish it. One of the awards I will cherish for the rest of my life. It's not just this night.
With renewed commitments and generous donations here, the Friends Unite fundraising dinner ended hopeful with promises to expand its reach and strengthen community development efforts across the country. Haruna Muhammad, NTA News.
That's our contributions from this end. Nationwide continues in our Abuja studio with Ruth Aguele. But after this commercial break, don't go away. Thank you for watching.
Art of Owerri. Business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope's leadership has turned manifestos into reality. Transformations that feels like a miracle. But progress means peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
Advancing national development and growth in Nigeria as experts deliberate on the prospects of achieving $1 trillion economy by 2030. Join NTA Tuesday Live on October 14, 2025 for in-depth analysis on the new development plans and how it will be achieved. NTA Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Tuesday Live, educative and incisive as ever. Don't miss it.
TerraCube, unwrap joy, unleash taste.
Good, tasty food is worth living for. Worried about your oil every time you enjoy your favorite meal? Introducing Smart Balance. Smart Balance rice bran oil is rich in gamma-oryzanol. Several studies suggest that gamma-oryzanol may contribute to the reduction of bad cholesterol. Golden Terra Smart Balance oil. Good food, no worries.
Guarantee of a tasty meal. Not making a right choice of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For a tasty meal, do not compromise. Choose Gold.
Use Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Good for soups, stews, and jollof. Terra Gold. 1 cube, endless possibilities.
Guys, food is ready.
Suitable for jollof rice, stew, spaghetti, and yam portage. Cooked to impress.
Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja. The city is moving. New voices, heavy drip, all heart. From the streets to the stage, this is the next Afrobeat star.
What are we here for? Let's Afrobeat star.
And the talents from all over showed up to own the room. But they're not alone. Spiritual. Gospel. All chasing a slot to face the judges. Puffy T, SARS, Andre Vibes, P Pride. Catch next Afrobeat star on.
Thank you for staying tuned. Israel has confirmed the release of the last 20 hostages held by Hamas. The announcement came just hours after United States President Donald Trump declared that the war in Gaza has officially ended, following weeks of high-stakes diplomacy and renewed peace efforts. Comfort Fashion reports.
Israeli officials said the 20 remaining hostages held captive for nearly 2 years are now under full military protection after being handed over to the International Red Cross in Gaza. President Trump arrived Tel Aviv on Monday, where he is received by Israeli lawmakers ahead of his address to Parliament. Accompanied by his special envoy Steve Witkoff, son-in-law Jared Kushner and daughter Ivanka Trump, the U.S. president reaffirmed America's commitment to peace, reconstruction and regional stability. Under the terms of the ceasefire, Israel is expected to release nearly 2,000 Palestinian detainees, including women and minors, as part of a wider prisoner exchange. Meanwhile, in the Palestinian city of Ramallah, jubilant crowds took to the streets to welcome home the first buses of returning detainees, waving flags and chanting in celebration of renewed hope. In Tel Aviv, the mood was emotional as families reunited with their loved ones in scenes of relief and tears. Many expressed gratitude for international mediation while calling for accountability and healing after the prolonged violence. President Trump and Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are expected to join other world leaders in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, for a major peace summit. The talks will focus on humanitarian recovery, rebuilding Gaza's shattered infrastructure, and ensuring that the ceasefire holds. The United States says it remains optimistic that the ceasefire will pave the way for a lasting peace across the Middle East. While challenges remain, world leaders hope the end of the Gaza war will mark the beginning of a new era of cooperation and stability in the region. Comfort, Fashion, NTA News.
And with our attention back home, the Chief of Defence Staff, General Christopher Musa, has emphasized the importance of history and past security experiences as vital tools in addressing and evolving threats. General Musa stated this in a message at the 70th anniversary celebration of the Historical Society of Nigeria. He commended the reintroduction of history into Nigeria's school curriculum, stressing that understanding the past provides the military with strategic insights to effectively tackle present-day challenges.
Security, underdevelopment, and social transformation. The insights drawn from our past can serve as powerful tools for envisioning a prosperous and united future. For the Armed Forces of Nigeria, history remains a vital compass that shapes our doctrines, strategies, and sense of duty.
I seek your indulgence to focus on the questions of security, peace, and development. Your deliberations must look at the historical perspectives and see what the future holds to resolve these myriads of challenges in Africa.
We reaffirm our strong belief that Africa's future is anchored on a clear understanding of its past and a profound appreciation of the triumphs and tribulations that have shaped the continent's resilience and identity.
We also acknowledge the government's decision to reintroduce the teaching of history in our schools. This move will further foster cultural awareness and help our younger population prepare themselves for the great task of national leadership ahead.
The event noted that history should not merely be seen as a record of past events, but as a guide and compass for shaping the future. It is time to review the global health system to meet today's realities. Global health actors at the 2025 World Health Summit in Berlin, who said these are calling for a major shake-up in the way the world finances and governs healthcare. Basi Ita Ipang reports that this came at a session on transforming the global health architecture, rethinking governance and financing models.
The session set the tone for urgent reforms in global health leadership. Speakers stressed that depending on donor aid is no longer sustainable. They called for fresh homegrown solutions, from fair health taxes to diaspora investment bonds, to help countries fund their own health systems.
Albert Einstein, he once said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. And indeed, we have no chance but to see it this way. In the light of the major crisis we are facing, we need to make the global architecture fit for the future, and we have to do it now.
The health systems were crumbling. We must solve that. We must integrate, build one health system that addresses vertical diseases, but that's one system that delivers cost effectively.
Panelists also appealed to wealthier nations and financial institutions to ease debt burdens on low-income countries so they can build stronger and more resilient health systems.
This is why we came with the Africa Health Financing in a New Era. Some of you are calling that Green Book. This Green Book was the starting point. It's the most comprehensive document that Africa developed to address the issue of health financing.
The 2025 World Health Summit brings together key global health actors, all united by one clear message: health governance must be inclusive, accountable, and locally driven. From Berlin, Basi Taipang, NTA News.
And from Berlin, let's get to Northwest, where we hear in a sustained drive to deepen grassroots participation and expand rural infrastructure. Jigawa State Governor Umar Namadi led some top government officials for the 22nd edition of the Citizens Engagement Program, where critical development projects were flagged off in the area. Mohammed Musa Askira reports.
Proceeding to the main engagement venue, Governor Namadi performed two major events: the flag-off of the 23.4 kilometers Tarabutu-Gafta Road and the commissioning of a rural electrification project connecting 9 hard-to-reach communities to the national grid. The 17.28 billion naira road projects, according to the governor, is among 12 regional roads out of 48 awarded in September 2024, valued at 150 billion naira. Governor Umar Namadi explained that the Tarabutu-Gafta Road traverses hard-to-reach farming communities and will greatly ease the movement of agricultural produce, strengthen market linkages and boost economic activities in the area.
So the construction of this road has a multiplier effect on the economic of Jigawa State and Nigeria in general. We will continue to build roads across the corner of Jigawa State to ensure that we provide access to our people, especially the farmers.
At the commissioning of the power projects, the governor noted that linking rural communities to the national electricity grid represents another milestone in his administration's commitments to improving the quality of life for rural dwellers through access to power and essential infrastructure. Highlights of the program was the presentation of a compendium of community priority needs by traditional and community leaders for government's consideration and subsequent implementation. Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
Well, let's join Wadiam in Maiduguri Network Center for some more reports from her end.
The generally to continue to press home issues that will promote girl-child education in every ramification has again been brought to the front burner. This was the key message by stakeholders during a special program organized in commemoration of the 2025 International Day of the Girl Child held in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital. Abubakar Musa reports.
An initiative of Borno State Government through the Ministry of Education in collaboration with Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment, the special program with the theme, The Girl I Am, The Change I Lead, was basically set aside to provide girls the roadmap to unlock their educational potentials while leveraging the series of advantages provided by Borno State Government within the educational space. It was indeed not a speech-making event, but a day for promising young girls from Muhammadu Buhari Academy, an orphanage and less privileged institution, as well as students from other public schools, to prove to the world what girls can do academically through various mind-blowing presentations and panel discussion. The event also highlighted the need to focus on girls on the front line, leading crisis response through education, a topic stakeholders say was carefully chosen to further consolidate on gains achieved so far in promoting as well as ensuring retention of girl child in school.
Effort of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, he has provided a lot of things in the education sector, especially the girl child.
When you educate the adolescent girl, you are empowering not only herself but the entire nation.
The Ministry of Education, in collaboration with the State Universal Basic Education Board, as well as Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment, had earlier enrolled out-of-school children across Borno in addition to inaugurating schools as part of activities marking this year's International Day of the Girl Child. In Maiduguri, Abubakar Musa, NTA News.
Health and Human Services has constituted a high-powered committee to investigate allegations of harassment against women wearing hijabs in some public hospitals. This followed a directive from Governor Babagana Umar Zulum, which was communicated through his spokesperson, Malan Douda Ilia, calling for immediate investigation into the matter. Umar Jimbarima reports.
Inaugurating the committee, the Commissioner for Health and Human Services, Professor Baba Malam Gana, stated that the governor directed the ministry to inaugurate the committee to address the concerns raised by the Muslim Rights Concerns MURIC over alleged harassment of women wearing hijab in some public hospitals. The commissioner charged the committee to adhere to its terms of reference that comprise identifying specific hospitals facing the issue, departments and personnel involved in the alleged harassment.
His Excellency said specifically individuals who have experienced such treatment should come forward and assist in the investigation with the credible information to ensure a fair and just outcome.
Others are reviewing existing hospital policies, dress codes, and staff conduct regulations to determine if they directly or indirectly contravene the rights of patients or staff to wear religious attires, interacting with hospital officials, complainants, and witnesses to gather factual and balanced information. The committee has given 2 weeks to submit its report to enable government take necessary measures with a view to preventing future occurrence. In Maiduguri, Umar Jimbarima, NTA News.
And those are the reports from Maiduguri. It is now time for our second break. Nationwide news will continue in our Benin studio after the break. Don't go away.
The Renewed Hope Initiative RHI presents the RHI Green Nigeria Challenge. Go green today for a greener tomorrow. This national competition is in 3 categories. The household category is a tree planting competition amongst 11 frontline states in northern Nigeria. Each participating household in Adamawa, Borno, Bauchi, Gombe, Jigawa, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara states will plant a minimum of 1 tree to qualify, with a video evidence of before and after the tree planting exercise. 20 million naira will be awarded to the best household. Submission deadline is 20th December 2026. Community category will see local governments, local communities, schools, and NGOs reclaim and transform degraded or abandoned areas such as dump sites, landfills, parks, and their likes into green, vibrant gardens, parks, and eco-friendly spaces. 50 million naira would be awarded to the overall best community group. Deadline for submission is 15th July 2026. States category will have all states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, excluding Enugu State, have a chance to address the growing threats to environmental sustainability and cleanliness. States will be judged based on the number of trees planted on major roads and inner streets and how clean they are. 100 million naira will be awarded to the best performing state. Already, Enugu State has 100 million naira for being RHI's model green state due to its greenery and cleanliness. Video evidence must be submitted by participating states on or before 20th December 2026. All entries must be directed to RHI Office, State House, Abuja, or email rhi.greenchallenge@statehouse.gov.ng. RHI Green Nigeria Challenge. Go green today for a greener tomorrow.
Advancing national development and growth in Nigeria as experts deliberate on the prospects of achieving $1 trillion economy by 2030. Join NTA Tuesday Live on October 14, 2025 for in-depth analysis on the new development plans and how it will be achieved. NTA Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Tuesday Live, educative and incisive as ever. Don't miss it.
The world needs moms. With a splash of Golden Terra Oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile, change no thanks into yes please, resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Terra Oil, pour pure love.
Welcome to Skill Up Nigeria, Industrial Training Fund's television program celebrating innovation, craftsmanship, and the skilled hands shaping our nation's future. Join us and share in our over 50-year journey of empowering Nigeria's workforce and impacting the nation's human resources. Tune in and connect with experts and skilled workers sharing real stories that inspire. Every Saturday at 10 p.m. on the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA. Skill Up Nigeria, powered by ITF.
A stillness
nationwide on the network service of the NTA. Welcome to Benin. The Maternal and Neonatal Mortality Reduction Innovation Initiative Services has been officially inaugurated by the federal government in 4 local government areas in Edo State identified with high mortality rate. Joy Ebo reports that the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Cyril Oshomola, assured of more proactive healthcare services at the local primary healthcare clinic in Benin City.
Using this as a guide, action to solve this issue, we'll be able to actually crash maternal mortality before 2027. Congratulations.
With this inauguration and handover of the implication action plans, Edo State has now officially joined other states implementing the initiative to ensure that no pregnant woman or infant dies. The local government areas identified with high mortality rates include Ovia North East, Esan South East, Owan East, and Owan West.
We must ensure that every health worker understands their role in this mission. We must continue to track, review, and respond swiftly to every maternal and newborn death until those numbers reach 0.
Through this initiative, we aim to prevent malnutrition, promote breastfeeding, and strengthen maternal well-being.
Stakeholders and partners of the initiative say the federal government is committed to bringing effective healthcare closer to the people, which is one of the aims of the initiative.
Now we have designed an action plan. Hopefully the state works with it. The federal government is out to give them a helping hand to be able to achieve what is there.
The essence of all these activities is to provide solutions so that women and children will not be dying anymore.
It's not only about health service delivery, it's also about building trust, empowering communities, and ensuring that the right knowledge is available for every family.
Free medical kits were handed over to the healthcare center to enhance their healthcare delivery. Some pregnant women commend the initiative. Task force on the initiative in the states was also inaugurated with the responsibility to save lives. In Benin, Joy Egbu, NTA News.
Governor Sheriff Oboriwuri has expressed optimism that the long-standing problem of flooding in Asaba will soon be permanently resolved following steady progress on the ongoing multi-billion naira flood control project. The governor made this known during an inspection tour of the massive stormwater drainage system on Summit Road. Suzanne Su reports.
6-kilometer project traverses Summit Road through Mweli Street, St. Patrick's College West End Mixed Secondary School, Awai Road, and Uche Medwa Ige, all linking the Amili Mocha stream in Oshimili South local government area. Governor Sheriff Oboriwuri said the project, built with 2.4 by 2.4 meter concrete drains at critical sections, is designed to channel flood water from the ShopRite axis of Okpanam Road and the Interboa Ogagifu area directly into the Amilimocha River.
Even with the little work they have done, this rainy season, there was no flood. Everything, all the water had going on very well. So on the area they've done, throughout this rainy season, water was flowing through that area. So I believe that by the time they finish this storm drain, by the grace of God, then we know that issue of water, flooding, and other issues about in Asaba will be something of the past.
The governor revealed that the contracting firm CCECC has assured the state government that the entire stormwater project will be completed ahead of scheduled time, with drainage works expected to be finished by the end of 2025 and asphalt overlay works set to begin early next year. With visible progress on site and full government funding in place, the Summit Road Amalimocha Stream Flood Control Project is widely expected to deliver lasting relief to the people of Asaba. In Asaba, Susan Esu, NTA News.
And that's it from Benin. Nationwide continues with Ruth in Abuja.
Many thanks, Udwak. And for us here, we'll do a sports update.
Nigeria Super Eagles are set to conduct their final training section this evening at the Goswe Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo in preparations for their crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Benin Republic on Tuesday. The team had a light recovery session on Sunday evening. Currently, Benin leads Group C with 17 points from 9 matches, while Nigeria sits in third place with 14 points. Meanwhile, Nigerians have shared mixed reactions about their expectations.
You can't continue doing the same thing and be expecting a different result. We've gotten it wrong from the onset. The way we even prepared, we were like somebody who had an exam to read to pass. Instead of reading to pass, he was busy praying.
I don't know what happened for the previous matches which led us to this tight corner we are now, but I am actually certain with the quality Nigeria has that we can win that particular match by even a 3 or 4 goal margin if we actually want to make it to the World Cup.
Tuesday's clash between the two West African nations will start at 5 p.m. with both teams vying for the group's only automatic spot for the World Cup. Additionally, South Africa will play Rwanda, with the outcome of that match likely to affect the final standings in Group C. Elsewhere, Ghana secured its place as the 5th African nation to qualify for the 2026 World Cup on Sunday. The 2010 quarterfinalists now join Algeria, Egypt, Morocco and Tunisia. And lastly, Coco Gauff expressed that a recent win at the Woham Open on Sunday has rejuvenated her confidence after a series of disappointing performances as she prepares to defend her title at the season-ending WTA final in Riyadh next month. Coco Gauff defeated fellow American Jessica Pegula 6-4, 7-5 in the final of the WTA 1000 event. With sports update, Omoyemi Unubu, NTA News.
And we're done with Nationwide. Thank you for your company. Do have a beautiful evening. I'm Ruth Aguilera.